Welcome back to Beyond the Badge, Female Voices in Corrections. I'm your host, Dalia Veronica. Today, we're highlighting a role that is absolutely essential inside any correctional facility, medical staff. These are professionals responsible for providing health care, responding to emergencies, and ensuring that individuals receive the care they need while maintaining safety and professionalism in a very unique environment. Working in medical inside the jail takes compassion, strength, and the ability to stay calm under pressure. I'm so grateful to have her here today to share her experience and perspective working behind the badge. Thank you for being here with me today. Come on
You're
over, Nurse
welcome.
Williams. Hi. Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I started in corrections about a little over 4 years ago, and it was my first job out of nursing school, and I've been there ever since, and I love it. I absolutely love it. This is definitely a great life. I love it.
That's awesome. So, is it challenging for you? Do you have children? You know, are you married?
I am. I do have children. I am in a relationship.
Okay.
So it can present challenges.
Yes.
Because, safety, everybody's always worried about safety. If you don't work in the correctional setting, you don't really know what to expect. I think everyone thinks it's like the movies.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
but it gives me great table conversations. I got a lot of stories for them. They love it. But yeah, so yes.
Okay.
It's a whole family thing.
Yes, exactly. And the reason I ask is because, like, with officers as well, like when people first start, some of their spouses they don't like the hours that we work, or we have children that we may need daycare for, or something like that. And that's why I ask: is it challenging, like in your day-to-day life?
It can be a challenge. However, I do have a lot of support, so that's great. And
awesome.
So yes, because as we do the same, I think, as you guys. We do 12-hour shifts.
Yes.
So we are gone all day.
Yes.
But so it does have challenges there. I don't have small children for daycare, so I don't have to worry too much about that. But no, there are times when you have to leave a little early here or there. But overall, we make it work.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yes. All right. So what inspired you actually to be in the medical field?
So I always thought about being a nurse throughout my youth and growing up. And then I did join the military in my early 20s.
Well, so, thank you for your service.
You're welcome. But yes, so I did that, and then I had my children, and we traveled, finished up the military life. And when we got back stateside, I decided to use my GI Bill, my schooling benefits. And I was like, let me see what nursing is all about, because I always thought of it.
Yes.
But I never pursued anything. So I'm really happy I did.
That is awesome. Yes. Thank you for sharing that, because I didn't know that.
Yes.
And for those of you who don't know you, or who do know you and didn't know that you serve, that is awesome. Yes.
You.
So you wore another badge before this one.
I did.
So that is awesome. Okay. So how did you end up working in the correctional facility, though? Because I know you said it was right after school, but did you think about like maybe working in nursing homes or anything like that?
I did. I definitely did. When you're finishing nursing school, they have you do like mock interviews. I'm sure you're aware sometimes. And where I work now conducted one of the interviews, and that was that. I didn't really think much into it after that.
Yeah.
And I was interested in hospital nursing. And then I ended up getting a call. I went in for an official interview, and I was like, I think this might fit me more. I think with my military background, knowing that it was corrections, knowing about like, basic chain of command, how stuff like that works, I was like, this might be the perfect fit. And sure enough, it was.
Oh, I love it. Yes, I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what was your first day like working in the jail?
Oh my gosh. I expected it to be like the movies. But no, it was, everybody, first job, nerves. I was a brand new nurse, just passed the NCLEX. So it was nerve-wracking. But I think by like my third shift, I was like, oh, this is like one of the safest environments to be in.
Yes.
Because we have officers with us all the time.
Absolutely.
So it set my
Yes.
mind at ease, and I was able to just, I really love it.
That is awesome. So did it set your significant other's mind at ease as well?
Yes. My mom lives with me, so she was super concerned.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
But no, after I was able to just, set everybody's mind at ease. I'm
Yes.
safe. I have, I have officers with me. It ended up just working out great.
That's
Yeah.
yes, that's
Yep.
awesome. That's
Thank you.
awesome.
Mhm.
So how is working in a correctional healthcare different from working in a hospital or clinic, do you think?
Very different. So, a hospital or a long-term care facility is bedside nursing,
Yes.
which is a whole different ballgame than what we do. It's different in the way we have a lot more. I get emergencies that are different from, you have all the equipment you need with you in a hospital. Everything you need is there. Doctors are there. Everybody's there to respond. In corrections, it's just us. We kind of don't know. We get called to an emergency. You don't know if you're walking into someone that's not that serious,
right,
or bleeding out or whatever.
Exactly.
So it is different in that sense. And like I said, we're able to kind of play with our schedule a little bit more. And it is, I would think it's more flexible. I've never worked in a hospital, obviously, but I think that's the biggest difference.
So do you recall a moment to where you had a medical emergency called, and then you get there and it's like,
oh my gosh, every day. No, just kidding. No. Yes, there are plenty of times. What I have to remind myself in moments like that is that these people, obviously they're incarcerated. They have little control over their life.
Yes.
They are being controlled.
Yes.
What they can control is their health.
Exactly.
And I think sometimes that's just what they do. These are human beings just like us. They need attention. They need to feel like they're seen.
Yes.
And so yes, we get those calls, and they can be frustrating because we're working. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I drop what I'm doing, run down there, and you're sitting there having a conversation with me. It's not an emergency, but it comes with the territory.
It does.
Yeah. That's kind of what happens.
And some officers, well, some have not been to medical school, but some have.
Of
and
course.
Some of us cannot use our medical experience to do, but the ones that don't have the training, they don't know whether or not, okay, is this really an emergency? But I think that sometimes you can use a little.
Some judgment. You just need medical background.
Yes.
That being said, I can understand if I weren't any type of medical professional, and I definitely don't want a death on my on my watch. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I can understand that too. I always think of that. I'm like, they're not medical; they don't understand. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's okay. Yeah, so that's what we're there for.
Exactly. And a funny story I'm going to tell you. I left the medical field because I was like, I don't want anybody's death on my hands. And then I get to the jail.
Yep.
And we're running to more emergencies.
Yes. Yes. And you guys have to watch and look in the cells and do checks. Yes. You guys have to do a lot too.
Yes.
Ensure safety.
Yes, exactly. Yep. Safety and security. And I went from one extreme to another.
The other. Yep. That's so cool though. I love that.
So what are some biggest challenges medical staff face in this environment?
I guess just kind of piggybacking off of what you just said, that, not everybody has medical background.
Yeah.
And sometimes security has to take care of, situations based on their rules and regulations and this and that. And they want to avoid, emergencies. And I understand that. But sometimes it's hard to get people to understand that, like, I'm the nurse.
Yes.
I'm telling you, he's fine.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly.
He's going to be okay.
Yes.
I think it comes down to that sometimes, everybody just needing to realize we are the medical professionals, and we're not trying to set you guys or them up, and we want everyone safe and happy as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I noticed though? Some of these inmates, some of these individuals will come to the jail. They're on meds, but they don't take their meds, right? But then they get into the jail and all of a sudden, oh, I need my meds.
Yes.
Call the medical staff. Call the nurse.
I'm sick. Yes.
Yeah.
That has to be one of the more frustrating parts about the job,
Yes.
because we do see that all the time. Like, you need your meds. I just called the pharmacy. You haven't taken them in 6 months.
Right.
But it is their right.
Yes.
You know, and they probably should have been taking care of themselves.
Yes. Yes.
So then they come into the facility and we get them straight, and that's our job. But yeah, that can be super frustrating, because I'm like, you don't even take your meds.
It's right. But again,
You will now.
Yes.
So,
yes.
yeah.
And again, yes, it is
Mhm.
frustrating. We can't judge them for what they did out there, but it is frustrating when they come and start yelling at you
being
because
aggressive.
yes, yes, like, excuse
Right.
me.
I didn't even know you before this moment.
Right.
Right. So
How do you balance compassion with maintaining safety and security?
that's a good one. I had to kind of, definitely, that came with a little bit more experience,
Okay.
because, you know, we lead with compassion. A lot of people,
Yes.
I know I do.
Yes.
And I am a nurse. I am a mother. I have, you know, I want to
Yes.
nurture and help people. And being able to have that line and be sure you're being safe and
Yes.
providing, you know, compassionate care is very important. But it also comes down to judgment. After working in this environment,
Mhm.
you can tell.
Yes.
You know your people. You know your inmates. Even if you don't, you can tell. You can kind of get the feel of a person
Yes.
when you
Yes.
first meet them. And there are times where, you know, I ask for an officer to be next to me.
Mhm.
I do ask for them to sit in certain ways so that I don't have to bend down and be, you know, in their face or in a
Exactly, yes.
compromised
Position.
position. But yes, that does come with experience too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yes.
So have you ever come across an inmate who like cheeks their medication, right? But in the beginning, you don't know that that's what they're doing because they're so slick.
Mm-hmm.
But there's an inmate
Yes.
that tells you like, hey,
Yep.
that person is cheeking
Mhm.
their meds. Just watch how they do this.
Yes. We have a lot of those inmates. And it's very frustrating to watch it, because I'm like, first of all, somebody's gonna take that from you.
Yes.
And it was in your mouth.
Disgusting.
That's gross. So that's disgusting. But yes, I've had you know, many situations where I'm like, please swallow your meds. Like,
Yes.
I can see it. You know, I just watched you put it at the bottom of your lips. Also, I do want to say, the reason why medical staff gets so upset about that, it's not just about, you know, protocol and security and this, and it's annoying when they try to lie to us. It's a safety thing, because they're housed with all these different people. You
Yes.
don't know what they're allergic to.
Exactly.
Some people aren't allergic until, you know, they're adults and they don't even know, because they've never taken this medication.
Right.
And guess what? Now we have a bigger problem on our hands. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's what worries us. I'm like, you're selling this to people and you don't know if they're going to have a reaction, an allergic reaction,
Exactly.
and really get hurt. So that's why we try to keep it, you know, stop
Yes.
doing it, because
Exactly.
one day we don't want that call, that
Yeah.
real medical emergency.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. So what qualities do you think someone needs to succeed as a medical staff in the correctional field?
Definitely confidence.
Yes.
You need to be confident.
Yes.
Even if you don't know what you're doing, you need to act like you do.
Yes.
Do not let them see you buckle under pressure,
Yes.
stress out, second guess yourself, because that just sets you up for failure.
Yeah.
Definitely compassion,
Mhm.
because you do have to be compassionate. I know everybody's, you know, these are criminals. Yes, but they're human beings
As well. Yes.
and I don't provide care based on what they did. That's against,
Absolutely.
you know, everything my license stands for.
Yes.
So I don't care what they did. You have to be able to separate, you know, your personal feelings.
Yes.
And just get the job done and do it professionally, compassionately, just like you would in a hospital setting. But yes, confidence, self-esteem is another one.
Yeah.
You just have to have it. You have to believe in yourself,
Yes.
because these men,
Go ahead and
I have to say it.
Go ahead and say it.
They will tell you the most beautiful thing they've ever seen.
Yes.
And if your self-esteem is in the ground for whatever reason, you're going to take that to the head.
Yes.
You are going to be like, oh my God, he thinks I'm beautiful.
Yes.
And then there's a whole other problem, right?
Yes,
because you know, we are females.
Yeah.
And it just looks bad.
Yeah.
You have to have self-esteem, confidence, and know these human beings have been locked up for however long.
Right.
They haven't seen their families.
Exactly.
They haven't seen the opposite sex. They are going to say anything. You have to be able to laugh it off and keep it moving.
Exactly.
You don't have to be mean.
Right.
You just got to know this guy is just talking.
Yes.
People are just talking.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that can, that's a challenge sometimes for some, I think.
For some, yes,
unfortunately,
yes. And I tell like our new staff, hey, listen, make sure when you walk in here, you are confident, like you said. You are confident. Walk with your shoulders up. I don't care if they want to say you're stuck up or you. Sure, okay.
Yep.
And that's what I'll be.
Yes,
that's what I'll. And I have some of the inmates say, "Oh, Miss Askew, you're so beautiful." My husband tells me every day.
Period.
That's it.
That's it.
And then they're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. So you set the hard lines. You have to have boundaries and not let people cross them. For sure.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
It is very dangerous because there was an incident where that actually happened. And it's sad to see that because guess what? Now you're in the same place that you serve meds,
right?
And in there with these females,
and now your license is jeopardized. Your family. I'm always I joke with some of them sometimes. There is nothing anybody in here could say to make me lose my job. Nothing, no one, nothing.
Yes.
So
yes, absolutely.
You have to have that mentality.
Yes, ma'am. You have to be strong. Yes.
Strong and confident.
Yes.
Definitely.
So how do medical staff and correctional officers work together during emergencies?
We're there during medical emergencies, you guys are there to, support us, make it so that the scene is safe.
Yes.
So I can get in there and assess the situation medically.
Absolutely.
We rely on you guys heavily to make us feel safe, to protect us if anything goes left. And you're there to support us. Hey, can you grab that for me? Or, hey, I need him in medical now.
Yes.
So it's really a team effort because we're there for you guys too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
and vice versa. Yes.
I really appreciate it. Sometimes I have officers give me a heads up. Hey, this guy's kind of aggressive. They'll stay with me during, anything that I do. So we really just have to communicate and we help each other out.
Yeah. And I love it. I love that work that we have together.
Me too.
It's
teamwork.
It is exactly.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And in some areas of the facility, it's just not teamwork. Like there's not a teamwork. But I'm glad that us and the nurses we're not divided.
That's what I'm always trying to say. We're a team. It's not medical staff versus officers.
Yes.
Because we don't want to get you guys caught up and we don't want to get caught. Like,
exactly.
We're there to help you guys and you're there to help us.
Yes.
So when we work as a team, it just goes so much better.
Yes.
So much better.
Yes.
It really does.
Yes.
And we love and respect you guys so much because we couldn't do what we're doing without you. You know what I mean? Without that tape. No, I'm just kidding. But no.
And vice versa. Yeah. And vice versa. So what is something people outside of this profession may not understand about correctional health care?
That's a good question. What they wouldn't understand about correctional health care. Like I said, you're working with a very vast population.
Yes.
Some people go to jail for, a traffic violation, drunk driving, drugs, murder. I mean, it's across the board, very vast. So you never, you just have to keep that in the back of your mind. Not that it changes care, but I do, I'd like to know if this guy's aggressive or not.
Exactly.
Also, a lot of mental health.
Oh, yes.
I was surprised. I mean, I had always been aware of mental health and understood it. I didn't know at what rate though our our people are people everywhere are dealing with it. And how extreme. I didn't know that mental health can deteriorate your overall health.
I didn't either.
I had no clue.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's pretty different. I mean, unless you're working in a mental health facility,
exactly,
you see I've seen it all.
Yes.
And it really comes down to they are mentally unwell. They need help.
Yes.
So I think that is a major difference.
I remember one day I was working in medical and I was doing my rounds and there was a lady standing in the doorway. She was looking through the door.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying good morning to everyone as I'm going by, just checking. And so I go by and she's just standing there, just looking, just staring.
Yeah.
And okay, I'm like, okay, well, maybe she just woke up, she doesn't want to say anything.
Right.
So I went back, documented my rounds and everything, then went back around a second time. And then she's still standing there with the same vacant stare.
Yep.
And I'm just like, okay, can I help you with something? She was like, no. I said, okay.
Yes.
So then I go back to the desk and I'm just like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to, just wait and then do my rounds again. The third time I go back there, this lady says to me, get away from me, you whore!
Yep.
And I'm like, oh my God, what in the world? Like, what happened? So come to find out, she thought that I was someone who slept with her husband a long time ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah. She was just like,
it's not me.
It's not me. Yeah, it's not me. So I couldn't tell I couldn't tell that it was something wrong with her.
Right.
Until that happened.
And you're like, oh, yes. Yeah, there's been a couple of those where I'm thinking, they're fine. They're just, and then they start talking. I'm like, oh my gosh, let me get that mental health referral for you. But you know what I mean?
Yes.
But yes, it can be, it's just,
challenging.
It is.
Very.
And it's a very serious thing.
Yes. And I've noticed that, I don't know, I think it's just grown more. I don't know, maybe we just didn't notice it before, but now it seems like we're getting a lot of mental health.
Yes. I don't know, like you said, if it's always been like that, but maybe they just, didn't get in trouble, so they weren't arrested. But yes, I've noticed lately, definitely within the last 2 years.
Yes.
Mental health inmates has gone
increased.
Up.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yes. So when they come into the jail, a new inmate comes in and they go through booking, intake or whatever, and then you guys do your physicals. How long does it take for them to actually get on the list to see the provider? Or is there like a protocol that you guys go through before you say, okay, well, no, this person doesn't need to see mental health. They'll just see the doctor or vice versa.
So we put in our mental health referrals and we have a great mental health team where we work, as you know, and they will touch base with them, I want to say within 48 hours, excuse me. So we also have rapport, obviously. So if I have an inmate and I'm like, he's really not well, like he's very, mentally struggling.
Yes.
I will just stop by their office, say, hey, can you guys go put eyes? And then it's their job to get them to see, our actual mental health provider.
Yes.
But we're always going to make sure, hey, new intake needs mental health to see them.
Yeah. And see, and I love it too that you have that good rapport with one of them. So you're able to go there and say, hey, look, just like I feel like, hey, I can call you and say, hey, can you, of course, take a look at this person for me? I'm not going to call a medical emergency right now because I don't think it is, but do you think, and you always say, yes,
yeah, of course,
I'll do, So yeah, and I appreciate that too.
No,
I appreciate that. How has working in this environment changed you personally or professionally?
That's a good question too. Well, it has opened my eyes to just a lot of different, factors in life.
Yes.
I had never, like I said, worked in corrections or anything, but it just kind of showed me the system. Yes. So I'm more aware, a little bit more knowledgeable of that. Professionally, it has definitely changed me professionally in the way you have to learn how to remain professional.
Yes.
And you know how some of them talk to people.
Yes.
So they could be cussing in your face, being belligerent, whatever. And, we're expected to have some level of professionalism.
Exactly.
I'm here doing my job. I can't cuss you back out. You know I want to.
Yes.
There are exceptions to every rule, but I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that has shown me just having that restraint, because in personal life, you can use that too.
Yes.
Not everything needs a reaction.
Exactly.
You got to know when to just walk away.
Exactly.
So yeah, definitely. And like I said, it taught me a lot about mental health and just the system. And it also taught me you cannot, you don't judge people.
Yeah.
You can literally go to jail, I feel like, for almost anything.
Exactly. Yes.
Like it's not something to just, oh, they've been to jail. you have to just, everybody is an individual
Yes.
and has a life and makes
Yes.
mistakes. And you just got to learn people for who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there are some people that just haven't been caught yet.
Thank you.
That's it.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yep, people who have not been caught. And they're out there, that's for
Yes,
sure.
that's for sure.
But
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Well,
Mhm.
thank you so much
You're
for
welcome. This
coming
was
on here today.
fun.
And I loved it. Absolutely loved your interview today. I
Thank
think
you.
it was great that you opened my eyes on some of the things that you guys do on the medical side that
Mhm.
we do not see as officers.
Of
So I
course.
really do thank you
Thank
for
you for
that.
having
Yes,
me. This was
ma'am.
great.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
And I want to say thank you to all of you watching us here on Beyond the Badge, Female Voices in Corrections. I'm your host, Dalia Veronica, and we'll see you next time on Beyond the Badge. Thank you.